Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to all the devotees, many seniors sitting here. So with your blessings, we'll try to discuss something from this little section of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela. Last Saturday also, same chapter. We are continuing, just 2 slokas past. The chapter began with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's request to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He requested him. There's a great king named Pratapadra Maharaj. Can you please meet him? He is very eager to receive your mercy, blessings, association. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quoted that popular shloka, Nishkinchanasya bhagavad bhajanonmukhasya param param jigimisho bhavasagarasya. For someone who is attempting, aspiring for self-realization, close association with materialistic people and the opposite gender are great obstacles. It's like, ha hanta hanta vishabhakshanatopya sadhu. He said it's like drinking poison, maybe more dangerous than drinking poison. And Mahaprabhu is continuing with the same explanation. He said in the 11th shloka, Akaradapi bhutevyam bhetavyam strinam vishayinam api yatha her manasah kshobaha tatha tasya kriterapi. Just by seeing a snake, one becomes immediately afraid, frightened. Similarly, a person endeavoring for self-realization should similarly be afraid of a materialistic person of the opposite gender. That's what he says. So when you say afraid of, that does not mean they are frightening. Yes, snake is definitely frightening. It's not that this Vishayi or Yoshita, they are frightening, but the material mind has a desire for sense gratification. Because a conditioned soul is entrapped in the material body, and the material mind is carrying hundreds and thousands and millions of material impressions, and those impressions may induce sense gratificatory desires in the heart of a person when they come in contact with a Vishayi or Yoshita, opposite gender, or a very wealthy aristocratic person. So, considering the distracted nature of the material mind, conditioned nature of materialistic soul, separation is suggested, distance is suggested. Don't get into close association. So Mahaprabhu, being a sannyasi, he is presenting this strict recommendation for all spiritual seekers to maintain safe and respectful distance from the opposite gender. Actually, there is only one male in the entire existence. You know who is that? Krishna. He is the only Purusha. Everyone else is Prakriti. Everyone else is feminine only. Whether they are in male bodies or female bodies, all jivas are Prakriti. They are women only, ultimately speaking. This gender is just for one lifetime. Next lifetime, gender may change, it may continue. It's temporary. But the soul is Prakriti. Whether the soul enters a male body, means Purusha body, or female body, or the Prakriti body, essentially soul is Prakriti. Constitutionally, soul is Prakriti. As Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Apareyamitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhutam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. Apareyamitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param. After he described the nature of material Prakriti, bhumirapo nalo vayuh khammano buddhirevacha, the external material nature, this material Prakriti has earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. These are the 8 aspects of material Prakriti. Beyond this material Prakriti is a spiritual Prakriti. Apareyamitastvanyam. What is that Prakriti? Jiva, the living being. Living being is also Prakriti. The Jiva sometimes may enter male body, sometimes may enter female body, depending on the kind of karmic baggage, fruitive baggage that they have, right? So, but Jiva is essentially Prakriti. Constitutionally, all Jivas are Prakriti, feminine in nature, not masculine. However, in the material world, in the conditioned world, the Jiva starts identifying oneself with Purusha. Jiva has Purusha mentality. Although constitutionally the Jiva is Prakriti, the Jiva thinks that I am a Purusha. I am a Purusha, I am the enjoyer, I am the creator, I am the master, I am the controller, I am the proprietor. So this is Purusha Bhava. This is male mentality. To control, that's like Purusha Swabhava is there. So, constitutionally, all males and females are Prakriti. But conditionally, all males and females are Purusha in the material world. Whether the Jiva enters a male body or female body, this controlling nature is there. Enjoying nature is there. Thinking of oneself as proprietor, that is there. That Purusha Swabhava is there. So, constitutionally, every person is Prakriti. Conditionally, every person is Purusha. So, and acknowledging the Purusha mentality of conditioned souls, sometimes even scriptures also describe all the Jivas as Purushas. In the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna addressed Jiva as Prakriti, isn't it? When it comes to 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna addresses Jiva as Purusha. He himself is Purusha, but he is describing Jiva also as Purusha. Why? The Jiva has Purusha Swabhava, Purusha Bhava. The mood of being a male, the mood of being a controller or proprietor or master. So, conditioned state is like that. Because the conditioned soul who enters a particular body, material body, has this enjoying nature, controlling nature, to not nourish that controlling or enjoying nature, to not instigate or fan that spark of controlling nature, a suggestion is given. Maintain respectful, safe distance between the two genders. That's what he's saying. But ultimately speaking, the Jivas being a male or female, Prakriti or Purusha is not such a great fact. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagavan ki Jai. I'm just about to say something and they manifested. I was about to say, Jivera Swarupa Hai Krishnera Nitya Das. We are all servants of, eternal servants of Radha and Gokulananji. Right? Eternal servitorship to Krishna is the ultimate Swarupa of all Jivas. So more than being a male or female, the Jiva is a servant of Krishna. Some servants are in male bodies, some servants are in female bodies, but all Jivas are servants of Krishna. So that's a higher fact, that's an eternal fact in comparison to the temporary facts of Jiva's presence in a male body or a female body. However, because as long as the Jiva is in particular body of a particular gender, yes, some kind of protocols and sensitivities must be observed. That's what Mahaprabhu is highlighting here. According to Vaishnava culture, every woman, except one's wife, must be considered as mother. Matruvat paradareshu. Every woman must be considered as mother. And sannyasis and brahmacharis, they don't have wives. For them, every woman is a mother. And Mahaprabhu is saying, you just stay away from them. It's like snake. The snake means they are not snakes. The material mind's mentality to enjoy on a material plane makes that interaction little poisonous, like snake. So he said, observe that distance. So I am not going to meet poor Pratapruddra Maharaj because he's a Vishayi apparently. So these are the finer nuances when he said that indeed he should not even glance at their bodily features. So because somebody is glancing at the bodily features closely, the material Cupid will become active. So the Cupid, the Madana or the Kamadev's role is to induce attraction between the two opposite genders, right? So this lust is very prominent. How do we get rid of this? Answer is simple. Bhakti. In the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful shloka. Hasam harera vanata akhila loka tivra shokashru sagara visoshana matyudaram sammohanaya rachitam nijamaya yasya Bhrumandalam Munikrite Makaradhvajasya Hasam Harer Avanata Akhila Loka Tivra Shoka Ashru Sagara Visoshanam. Means when we see the beautiful smile of the Supreme Lord, all the tears, the conditioned soul is experiencing so many material miseries, and because of this material miseries, conditioned soul is lamenting, and he created an ocean of lamentation, ocean of tears, and that ocean of tears is dried up when we see the smile of Krishna. That's the meaning of this shloka. And the second half of the shloka says, Bhrumandalam Munikrite Makaradhvajasya. When we see the beautiful eyebrows of the Lord, expressive eyebrows that are very nicely moving as he's playing his flute or glancing upon his devotees. When we see these beautiful eyebrows of the Lord, we are being exposed to the arrows of his glances. Generally from a bow, arrows are just coming, right? So similarly, Cupid also has a bow, Pushpa Bana. So he keeps on, just showering flower arrows on people to induce attraction between male and female. So to protect ourselves from those arrows, we need to focus on the bows of Lord Gokulananda. Means the eyebrows of the Lord are like bows and the glances are like arrows. When these arrows are coming upon us, we'll be protected from the arrows of the Cupid. Kandarpa darpa hara sundara divya murte kanta kucha buruha kutmala lola drishte Kalyana nirmala gunakara divya kirte Shri Venkatachalapate tava suprabhatam. Kandarpa darpa hara sundara divya murti. Kandarpa is Cupid. Darpa means his pride. Cupid is very proud that he is very beautiful, that he can overwhelm all the men and women in this world with this attraction, material attraction. He was very proud of his talents. But when he comes in front of Krishna, Kandarpa Darpa Hara, Lord Hari does Haran. He completely steals the pride of Cupid. When my devotees look at my eyebrows, my eyes, and when they are showered by my loving glances, when they render service unto me, when they worship my lotus feet, you Cupid, you cannot do anything. You have no role to play. In my pastimes or in my devotees' activities, get lost from here. The Lord will just chase away Cupid. The Cupid will run away from devotees to the degree devotees surrender unto Krishna, worship Krishna. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, apart from giving this caution note of staying away from Vishayis and Yoshitas, he also says, emphatically, more emphatically, take shelter of Krishna. So you take shelter of Krishna, perform Bhakti Yoga. Now, in the Padyavali there is a beautiful shloka. We were remembering sometime recently. Kashaya nacha bhojanadi niyaman novavane vasato vyakhyanadathava bruhadvrata chalat chittodbhavakshiyate kintu sphitakalinda shailatanaya tire cha vikridato govindasya padaravinda bhajana rambhasya leshadapi. Kashayanna cha bhojanadi niyaman. Kashaya means wearing saffron cloth. So by wearing saffron cloth, one's material desires will not be eradicated. One may think, one may lust may go away if I wear saffron. No, not necessary. Lust continues to exist even if somebody wears saffron. Kashaya nacha bhojanadi niyaman. If I control my food habits, if I eat less, maybe my lust may be controlled. My material desires may be controlled. No. Even that austerity of eating food also may not necessarily eliminate material desires. Kashaya nacha bhojanadi niyaman no vyavane vasato. If I give up all cities and enter a simple forest, secluded forest, and start doing some japa, tapa, homa, yajna, so will my material desires go away? No. Vanavas also will not destroy one's material desires. Vyakhyanadapi. If I read so many commentaries of different acharyas and then analyze from grammatical perspective, shastric perspective, linguistic perspective, philosophical perspective, will that destroy lust? Not necessary. May not be. Even philosophers also, scholars also can become overwhelmed with material desires. Then Brihadvrata Chalat, by undertaking so many vows, will lust be destroyed? No, not necessary. That's why the second half of the shloka says, Kintu spita kalinda sailatanaya tirecha vikridato govindasya padara vinda bhajana arambhasya leshadhapi. Only when we take shelter of Lord Govinda, only when we start bhajan, devotional service unto the lotus feet of Lord Govinda, who wanders on the bank of Kalinda Shaila Tanaya, bank of Yamuna river, then these material desires will be eradicated, then these lusty tendencies will be destroyed. So, to come out of this bodily conception and the material desires induced because of this bodily conception, we need to take shelter of Lord Govinda. That's the main message of Chaitanya Charitamrita.